And your music as well has been described as kind of 60s soulful pop, and been compared to some big names as well, like Peggy Lee and Dusty Springfield, kind of two artists you've been really compared to.
Yeah.
Does that add any element of fear or any pressure that you've got to kind of live up to those names at all? Or does it not really bother you?
I mean, it's weird. Like, I think people I've been compared to are amazing, but I don't think I sound anything like them. So I find it really strange when people say it. But it's lovely, you know. Yeah, I don't feel that pressured by it, because every single that comes out always gets compared to a million people. It's just the thing that people do, innit? Just compare. So just take it with a pinch of salt, really.
I've only heard a couple of things so far, but there's big kind of orchestral moments in it, which you've said previously are kind of inspired by old Disney films.
Yeah.
Which are your favourite Disney films?
I love old Disney. I love The Rescuers.
Amazing film.
It's amazing, and there's a song at the beginning. It's called The Journey, and I think it's one of the most beautiful pieces of music I've ever heard. I've got it on my iPod, and it's all like the strings and like everything about it, and then a voice just swoops in at the last minute, and it just floors me like every time I hear it. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I like because I find a lot of the old Disney, it's really dark.
Yeah.
I love that though. I had a big stack, and I used to watch like a load of films, and it'd just be like a routine. I'd just get home from school and I'd just be like watching. So.
Are you a fan of any of the recent ones? They're not quite as good, I don't think. But
there's a few good ones, but there's not. Yeah, they don't have the same magic. But I love animation anyway.
How would you kind of describe the sounds on it? Because I know everyone else is kind of describing them for you almost. But how would you kind of say? Well, how would you kind of sum it up? It's
passionate, dramatic. It's intense, I think. Emotional. It's weird hearing some of the tracks, because I remember how I felt at that time. Sometimes when I was in the studio and stuff, and I can hear it in my voice. It takes me back when I listen to it, how I was feeling at the time. So it's great.
Yeah. Do you ever look back at all and get a bit embarrassed? Do you ever feel embarrassed at how extreme you felt about something, or is it more of a kind of?
Well, it's good, because I wouldn't want to sing something unless I had a strong emotional connection to it. Otherwise, and I want people to feel something when they listen to it, good or bad.
Yeah.
I don't want it to just be lift music. So.
And I'm guessing, is there any heartbreak in there at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of. Obviously, the big sort of heartbreak record last year was Adele's 21. Were you a fan of the album at all?
Yeah, I think Adele's great.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of female solo singer-songwriters out there. How do you think you stand out against them?
Well, there's a lot of female singer-songwriters, but there's a lot of singer-songwriters in general.
In general, yeah.
You know, there's a lot out there, and I'm not trying to compete against anyone. I think there's room for more than one diva. You know, yeah. It's easy to, but I try not to get caught up in it, because I think it affects the whole package. If you start, what's that saying my mum used to drum into me when I was a kid? It was, do not compare yourselves to others, or you will become vain and bitter. She used to say that to me over and over again when I'd come home from school. Go, he fancies her, he don't fancy me. Oh.